Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on how to set up a Google Voice number. This is a free number that you can use that will forward to any number phone you already have. So you don't have to purchase a separate line or add a line to, let's say, your mobile account. In order to have a business line and have a more professional presence in your small or home business. So let's get started. Super simple. If you already are familiar with Google and have a Google account like Gmail, then this this could be a breeze. Google.com/voice is where you want to go. And if you're not already logged in, let's say like to your Gmail account, then you'll see this login screen here where you'll ask you to log in. Log into your Google account just like you normally would. If you do not have a Google account, then you're going to need to create one, but I highly recommend it. There's so many features and a lot of my tutorials that I do, like on Google Calendars and YouTube, they're all linked together through your Google account. So it's highly recommended that you get one if you don't have one. So if you're not already logged in, then make sure you log in. And your Google Voice inbox is going to look a lot like your Gmail inbox. So you'll kind of be a little familiar with the settings here. And you will have a prompt there to get started with a checkbox that you must check to accept the terms, and then click on Proceed. A little yellow bar will appear briefly while your account is being created. And then you'll see this set up your Google Voice number. If you want to click on the little more button there, it'll take you to videos and tutorials and all these other Google Voice features that are available, but we will cover that later. So let's just skip it for now because I'll show you where you can access that information at a later time. So this pop-up will either say set up your Google Voice number, or it may say upgrade your account. And that could be that you've already gone in here and tried to set one up, or you visited Google Voice before, even though you haven't set up an account yet. It doesn't really matter. The steps from here on out are the same. If for any reason there is no pop-up and you see an empty space like this, then on the left panel there, menu side, you can click on Get a Voice Number, and you should see that pop up there. And then you're going to want to click on I want to get a new number. And then you're going to enter in your phone number. So what Google Voice does is it's going to set up a vanity number, kind of like vanity URLs in Facebook, where when someone goes to that, dials that number, it will ring to whatever phone you set up here in this step. So you want to enter in your cell phone, or if you're going to use your home phone, whatever it is you're going to use to receive business calls, put that number in here and then indicate what type of phone it is, if it's a landline or a mobile. And so this is the number you enter. This is your actual phone number that you're gonna use as your Google Voice. And then select the phone type and then hit continue. So it'll verify your phone. It will have this little prompt briefly, but what it's going to want to do is call you at the number that you just entered to make sure that that's you. And it's going to ask you to enter in this 2-digit code. So click on the Call Me Now button, and if you're ready and your phone's next to you, and listen for your phone to ring. Google will indicate that they're calling you right now. So once the phone rings, you want to answer the call and then enter the 2-digit verification number that you see on your screen, not this number here, because yours could be different. But if you're following along in these steps, whatever number pops up there, enter that on your phone using your keypad when you're prompted when the Google Voice operator calls you. And then just hang up the call. So now it knows that that's your phone. And now you can pick whatever number you want to be your Google Voice number that's going to forward to that phone. So the fun thing here is that you can search by your zip code or area code. You can enter in your area code. If you're in a large city that has multiple area codes, you can type in your zip. It'll let you know what area codes are in that zip code. Or you can type in your city. Or you can search by certain numbers or phrases. So if you have your cell phone that you're going to use is 555 1234, and you want the last 4 digits to be the same on your business line, then you can pick something that's maybe 444 1234, so that the last 4 match. You can enter those in and see what pops up and see if there's an available number that matches your cell phone. Another thing would be you can enter a word or a phrase. So something fun like bags, you can enter the word bags and search for numbers that have that as in their name. So you can play around with it and see what there is. Let's play with this one just to kind of see what pops up and click on search numbers. And it'll give you any available options that match that criteria. So if you just put in your area code, it'll give you all the numbers available in that area code. In this case, I put in the area code 916 and the word bags, and this was the only option that came up. So if I want that, I would take it, select that, and hit continue. But if I wanted to see what other options there were before making my decisions, I would just click on search again, and I can change the criteria and search for something else. So in this case, let's just search for the area code 916, and you'll see a list of numbers pop up. And then at the bottom there, there'll be a little button next. You can actually click on that and toggle through all the choices that are available. There could be lots, so you'll just go through until you see something that you like and select it. When you find a number that you want to use, select it by clicking on the little dot there and then clicking on continue. So now you have your Google Voice number. And I'm going to show you on the next slide what it looks like if you click on this watch videos link right here, and then also how to see it in the future. I don't actually want you to do it, but I want to show you what it looks like if you did do it. Or if you're going to click on this link, then open it in a new tab. So right click and open in a new tab or in a new window so that you still have this here. We can get back to it. But when you click on watch our videos, you'll get to this page here that has different short, quick tutorial videos on all different types of subjects and different things that you want to do. So if you're a visual learner and you want to know how to do something with a quick little video, you can go through this menu here. And you can visit this page in the future by just going to google.com/Google Voice/about.html. And I put that up there because I tried to find a place in the Google Voice dashboard inbox where there's just a quick way to get to this, the videos anyway, and there isn't. So I just copied the URL and figured that would be something handy that you guys might want to have to get to this page. Okay, so back to the prompt here where it tells you that you've got your new number and you want to click on finish. So go ahead and do that, and that's going to complete the setup process. And what you'll see is your Google invoice box. It'll look just like your Gmail inbox. Your inbox voice messages will appear here, and you can listen to them right through your email by clicking on that little play button. You can also do this through your phone, and we'll talk about the actual Google Voice app that I highly recommend you get towards the end of this tutorial. But let's go into configuring the settings. I'm not going to go in through all of the settings, but I will go into an overview and kind of show you how I have mine set up. But you can always get to settings by clicking on that gear up in the top right, just below your profile image if you have one. And you can also access the help there. So before we get into settings, let me just show you what's in help, because there's a lot of stuff in there. So if you were looking for something in this tutorial that I didn't cover, you'll find it there in help, definitely. So click on help, and you will get to the Google Voice Help Center. And there are all kinds of different topics there. You click on one of those and it will open up even more on all kinds of things that you can do, from how to do it on your mobile phone to troubleshooting and all of that. So click on any of those topics to learn more. You can also toggle through different choices at the bottom by clicking on those arrows down at the bottom and see. So that's in help. Right now we're going to select settings from the drop down up in the right to configure the account the way you need it to fit your needs, whatever those may be. So there are several tabs in the settings dashboard. I'm going to go over the first three in this tutorial. We're going to cover phones, voicemail and text, and calls. So the phone settings. This is a screenshot of my actual inbox for my Google account there. And I currently have my Google Voice forwarded to my home office number. For a long time, I only had my cell phone. I just set up a home office number this past summer. I was home with the kids, and I got a line through Magic Jack. So if you want to know more about that, shoot me an email or contact me on the Facebook page, fan page, and I can definitely give you some more information about that really cool feature. But so I have it set up, but prior to that, I had it set up to go to my phone, and I just have it now so that it rings during my business hours. If I'm here, then I'll go ahead and answer it. But like I said before that, I had it forwarded to my iPhone. and I check the boxes to receive a text message or notification when someone calls this number, and also to receive my text to this number on my iPhone. You can click edit right there below the phone that you choose, either one of the, whether you choose home or phone or whatever phones you set up. And then when you click edit, there'll be a place for you to look, click on show advanced settings. And that's where you can set up options like a custom schedule for how the calls are handled. So if you only want that phone to ring during business hours, then you can set that a certain time frame, and then outside of those business hours, it will just redirect to a voicemail that you set up, you know, for your business. So that's a nice feature too. The next tab over from phones is voicemail and text. And here you can create your custom greeting. You can listen to the default that's in there now and then re-record and create a new one, which I highly recommend, something professional, you know, establishes your business presence. You can also do this through your Google number. So if you don't know how to use the settings on your laptop or computer to record this, which at the time when I first set up my Google number years ago, I did not know if my phone even had a microphone or my computer had a microphone. So I just did it through my phone. So I will call my Google number, the one I just set up, and I will press the star key and then enter a PIN number, which you also will set up in your settings. And it will let you know all the options. It'll say press 1 if you want to record a new greeting, that kind of thing. Now, if you call from one of your forwarding numbers that are in there, like I have my home number in there and my iPhone number, it will recognize that I'm calling from one of those numbers, and it'll skip that whole prompting me to press star. It'll just automatically know that I'm the admin of this account, and it'll give me the options of what I want to do, like create a new greeting, check voicemail, that kind of thing. I also check down here that I want to be receive an email every time I have a new voice message. So I'd like to receive get an email in my Gmail account. So because it'll also be here in voice, but I also want to see it in my inbox because I'm not checking this every day. I use my email account and my the text messages that it sends me, and then the app. Like I said, I'll cover the app at the end, and that's sufficient. I almost never come in and check my voicemail messages unless I'm looking for something in particular. But I wanted to show you what I set up because a lot of times I get questions from my team members and my clients. Well, how do you do it? I want to know how you do it. So this is just me and how I set up my phone. If you want something quick and easy, you can follow the way I have it set up just to get it going, and then be sure to revisit and toggle through all of the options and prompts and see how you want to set up your account. Like I said, I like to have my voicemails transcribed and sent to me. They'll send to me as a text. I'll also get them as an email, but I like to receive that as well. I like to be able to read what the message is, as well as listen to it. The third and final option in settings that I'm going to cover is the calls section, and this is basically about how you want to handle your calls, incoming, outgoing, all of that. So there are some different options you could do. If you're going to have your calls go directly to your mobile number, then I recommend turning the call screening to on and then not checking the box to have unknown callers say their name. I did have that in the beginning where I had that box checked. But what it will do is when someone calls you, it'll ask them to state their name. And then sometimes that's a little confusing, or people they don't know what to say, and it doesn't give them much time. So if they don't say anything, then there's nothing. And then you'll get a call saying Google Voice call from, and then it'll play whatever they recorded as their name, and then ask you if you want to go ahead and answer it, send a voicemail or whatever. I had it set up like that in the beginning, but I found that people would either not know what to say, or they would think that they're supposed to leave a message. So it'll be like, "Hi, Monica, this is," and then it'll cut off because it only gives them a few seconds to state their name. And then I answer a few seconds later. I don't know. To me, it was not professional, and I didn't like it. So I unchecked that box. So if you're going to have this checked where this call screening is on, and I'll go over the different options so you can make an informed decision of what a call would be like if it's on and what it's off. Then definitely have that box unchecked. Now, if you're going to be screening calls by what the callers appears on your caller ID, then you don't really have to worry too much about that. So let me I'm going to give you two examples to make this really clear because I want to make sure that it's a little, if you're completely new to Google Voice, which I think anybody listening to this tutorial probably is, this could be a little confusing. So here are some different options. Um, Now, when you click on different buttons, Google will alert you if it's something that's going to concerning, maybe make a change to your settings that might be concerning. Google will let you know with a little pop-up. So if I go over and click, well, I'm going to turn off the that when phones are directly connected to me, that's set to off. I want to switch that to on. If I wanted to do that, I would get a message like this letting me know if you do that, this is what will happen, and this is what we recommend you doing first. So if I were to have calls directly sent to me without the screening, um, I wouldn't know who it was. I would just pick up the phone and not know who it was, unless I set up the caller ID below, which I will cover the next step. But more importantly, if I don't get to the call and I don't set up my Google voicemail, I don't activate that, it will go directly to the voicemail that's on the phone they're calling, like my home phone or my cell phone. So it's just letting you know that if that's what you want to do, this is what you should set up first. So I like that it does that. Okay, so here are the two options that I recommend. Either have the call screening prompt come on and check the display caller's name in the caller ID, or have call screening off and display my Google Voice number. So here's what the difference is. In the first option, your phone will ring and there will be a prompt on the line telling you, you have a call from, and it'll either state their name or it'll say unknown caller if you have that checked off. So you know right away this is a Google Voice number. Somebody saw your number, maybe on your business card or somewhere, called it, and now your cell phone's ringing. So you hear that prompt, and it'll tell you, do you want to take the call or send it to voicemail? And it'll be like press 1 or press 2. And you'll have the option to make that decision. You want to make sure that you have your caller ID displayed on so that you know who is calling in case you get disconnected or something and you need to call them back. So you want to have a number. The second option would be to turn that off so there is no prompt, so that your phone rings, and when you pick it up, you're automatically connected. But you want to make sure that you set the caller ID to display your Google Voice number so that you know that that is a Google Voice call. So the difference is, instead of my phone ringing and it's saying, you have a call from, what would you like to do? Before I answer, it'll just automatically connect me. But when I look at my phone when it's ringing, the caller ID will display my Google Voice number. So I already know before I answer it that that's a number coming from Google Voice. So I will just go ahead, pick up the phone and say, hello, this is Monica. How can I help you? As opposed to just saying hello. So those are the two options you can do. The thing with the second option here, which is what I have been using lately, is to turn the screen sharing off so it connects me directly and displays my Google Voice number. The only problem with that is while you're on the phone, you won't be able to see who the call is from. It just tells you it's from your Google number. There's no caller ID, so you don't know who's calling. You just know it's calling from your Google Voice number. If the call does drop or get disconnected, you can go back in either into your settings here or through the app on your phone, and it'll show your last call that you received, and it'll have the person's number. So you can retrieve it. You just won't have it while you're on the phone with them. So either way works, but it's kind of just what your preference is. What I want you to do, though, is make sure you go and click through all the little question marks here to learn more about all the different options that they are. It'll explain what each one does, and pick the one that's best for you. Again, you can always click on Help up in the top right corner for more detailed instructions, different tutorials, all kinds of stuff in there, so make sure you are checking that out. Okay, final thing I want to cover is the app. There is a Google Voice mobile app. I highly recommend you download it. It is completely free, just like Google Voice, and it's available on multiple smartphones, so iPhone, Android. And if you have an iPhone and you want to go directly to the app without having to search for it, if you just go to monelico.com/Google Voice, it will take you right to the Google Voice app in iTunes. So here's a screenshot from iTunes of what is in there. This is not my screenshots from my phone. This is actually the samples that they use in there. But I wanted to show you what's available on the app and why it's really cool. So when you launch the app and you click on dialer there at the bottom, you'll actually have a keypad where you can make phone calls. Um, Based on, that will go out, and when the person receives the call, the caller ID will show your Google Voice number, not your cell phone number or your home phone number. So that's what's nice about using that. And then you can send a text or a call. So yes, you can text people through this app on your phone as if it was a text going through your phone. And if you are on a plan that has limited texting, or some type of data plan that has a cap on your texting, texting through this app will not affect that. So I really like that option too. So you can do that. In your inbox there, if you click on inbox, you'll see the screen with all of your calls, texts, missed calls, received calls, all of that. You can tell what they are by this little icon in the front. So these purple ones with lines, that is a text message. The little blue ones with the little like tape icon, recording tape, those are voice messages. And then there's other icons for missed calls, received calls, and all of that. So if you click on, let's say, a voice message, this first screen here will show the voice message from Anthony here, and you can play it down below and listen to it right here in the app. You can also read the transcript as it's playing along. It'll have the transcript. That's the same transcript that will be texted to you when you have a voicemail. Say you just received a voicemail from Google Voice, and it'll tell you, here's what was transcribed. So you don't even have to go in and listen to it. You can just read it. Now, mind you, Google Voice transcription is very it's not very good. So it won't, I mean, for the most part it is, but it'll say some weird things, kind of like how when you use Talks to Tech on your phone, it doesn't always say exactly what you wanted to say. Same deal here. So, take it with a grain of salt. Definitely make sure you go in and play the message so you can hear what they're actually saying, if the transcription doesn't make any sense. Another option is to, like I said, when you text someone, you can receive a text. If you click on text, it'll open up the text. You can write them right back there and text them from the app. So that's nice. If you ever want to, get more information about a contact, you can click on that arrow there, and it will allow you to text them, call them, add them to your contacts, or add them to Quick Dial, which is this last screen, is the Quick Dial page, which is just it's kind of like your contact database. If you want to just quickly dial somebody that either you're a recent call or a missed call, or someone that you have set up in your contacts, you click that, and then your contacts will be in there. Anyone that you have set up for Quick Dial. And that's it. You're all set. There is, when I first got my Google number, I put it on the back of my car there. And the main reason I got it, to be honest, was safety reasons. I didn't want my cell phone on the back of my car as I'm driving around. So you can safely display a Google number in public places, on banners, business cards, marketing material, brochures, anything like that, car decals like what's pictured there, without advertising your real number. And you can answer those calls that come in from that number professionally. And the best part is it's all free. So I totally love Google Voice. I hope you do set that up. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. You can always catch me on Facebook. Send me a message through there. But if you like more tips and videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my monthly newsletter at monelico.com/updates. Become a fan at facebook.com/Monica Ramos. And subscribe to my video channel, videotips.monelico.com. And you can reach me through any one of those channels if you have questions. I hope this was helpful. Take some time to go through all the prompts and make sure you make this tailored to what best fits your needs. And till next time, see ya. Bye.